Приветствую вас в этом форте.
And in the next 15 to 20 minutes, I'll brief you about the organization and the functions of this headquarters.
В следующие 15-20 минут я вкратце расскажу о функционировании этого форта.
So I take a start in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful.
Во имя Аллаха разрешите начать презентацию.
This is the sequence of presentation which I'll follow. It has 4 parts.
Основной план презентации состоит из 4 частей.
The part 1 will deal with the familiarization with the frontier core Khyber Pakhtunkhwa of this province.
Первая часть это ознакомление с этой частью, с этим корпусом.
Part 2 will deal with the area and operational aspects, what we do as a part of the civil armed forces, what is our function, what is our role.
Вторая часть это территория и операционные аспекты этой части.
And then in part 3, I'll discuss upon the border management and the fencing which we have undertaken recently.
Третья часть будет посвящена инженерным сооружениям на границе и вообще защите границы.
And finally, I'll highlight the contribution in VAM, which stands for Winning Hearts and Minds and Social Sectors.
И четвертая часть будет посвящена вкладу военной части в социальный сектор региона.
Now, the history of this fort is known as Bala Hisar. The fort is as old as 2000 to 2500 years ago.
Начинает свою презентацию с истории этого форта Бала-Хисар. Форт был основан 2000-2500 лет назад. Форт был...
The fort was named Bala Hisar by Afghan king Taimur Shah Durrani, and it was a Persian word which means high fort.
High fort.
High fort, yeah.
Бало.
Форт называется Бала-Хисар в честь афганского короля Таймура Шаха Дурани. Это персидское слово, которое означает «высокий форт».
The fort served as the residence of King Taimur Shah Durrani from 1773 to 1793.
Форт служил резиденцией короля Таймура Шаха Дурани с 1773 по 1793.
However, later on, the Sikh captured the fort in 1834 and renamed it as Samargarh. It served as the residence of Ranjit Singh till 1848.
Однако Сих захватил форт в 1834 году и переименовал его в Сумергарх. И это место служило резиденцией Ранджита Сиха до 1848 года.
After the Sikhs, then the British occupied the fort in 1902 and used it for administrative offices or administration offices.
После сихов форт захватили британцы в 1902 году и использовали его как административный центр.
In 1907, this headquarter was raised, but it was not located here. It was located near the bridge, which you have seen. And then in 1948, it was shifted here.
After independence.
Yeah, after
В
independence.
1907 году основной центр сюда переместился, а до этого основной центр был вот рядом с мостом, ниже где было.
Next, please. This is the quotation about the FC, Mr. Kipling, who wrote a book, The Lost Legion, and he wrote this thing about it. You can read it and translate it if you want. It is about the hardness of this
area.
of the force of this force. That how hard these people are, and they move from mountain to mountain, and then they are very hard people. That is the.
На этом слайде предоставлена цитата известного писателя Киплинга из новеллы «Последний легион». Эта цитата, если ее дословно переводить, она посвящена этому форту в том смысле, как вот действительно он сильно укреплялся и как вот какие усилия были по его защите.
Next, please. The FC history, the Frontier Corps history, dates back to 1878. when Khyber Jazelchi or Khyber Rifle was raised after, this force was raised after the second Afghan war. Yeah, right? And then initially it was raised as a local levy force. Levy means for local security. So that is why to maintain the law and order in tribal area.
В основном форт начал укрепляться после Второй афганской войны в 1878 году, и он начинал строиться как центр local levies. Levies — это местные силы обороны.
Next, please. This headquarter was raised in 1907, and the present general is the 45th Inspector General of Frontier Corps, who is not here presently, but he is the 45th one. And FC has also fought wars against India also in Chittagong in 1971.
Can you conclude what is FC?
Frontier Corps. This we know as Frontier Corps. We are Frontier Corps.
Пограничник, получается. Вот действительно база вот этих пограничной части, она создалась в 1907 году под контролем генерала, основного главнокомандующего погранвойсками.
Next, please. Next. This is our organization. We have 2-star, then 1-star, then we have field troops, then we have special companies, then we have tanks, then we have artillery, then we have counter-terrorism cell, and then we have training academy. So this is our organogram or organization.
Здесь представлена схема функционирования пограничной части. Видите, вначале идет штаб. Why 1-star is on the left? 1-star.
1-star is brigadier general. 1-star, you means this?
Yes.
It is major general. Our boss is 2-star. We call him major.
Главнокомандующий у него 2 звезды, далее руководитель по 1 звезде. То есть возглавляет колонну, возглавляет высокопоставленный уже руководитель.
So we have troops also, we have counter-terrorism cell, and then the academy also. We have tanks and we have artillery.
Здесь вот коричневым это вот танки, количество танков, 76 танков написано. Потом есть контртеррористическая секция, видите, 3-я слева контртерроризм. И есть вот 3 сектора. Первое это 46 wings, what does it mean wings?
Units.
Units.
Yeah.
Wings это взводы, видимо. Да, подразделения. What is it, STA?
Scout Training Academy.
И 4-е, это у них есть тренировочная академия здесь тоже.
Next, please. We have certain percentage, the composition of our force. 45% is from the tribal area, and 55% is from the settled area.
В первой строке представлены количественные показатели, как формируются. 45 это из племенных населений и 55 из центральных частей.
Then we have 42 tribes inside this, and these are 23 are from tribal areas and 19 are from the settled areas.
42 племени здесь представлено. What is Pata?
Tribal. It is the
Federally administered tribal areas.
The agencies, the tribal areas in short.
Окей, то есть есть федеральные зоны вот этих племен, и 23 unsettled.
That will mean cities.
И 19 это вот как бы поселки.
The officers are posted from Pakistan Army, and the remaining troops are from the local area. So we are from Pakistan Army, we come here on deputation. Rest the forces are of the headquarters.
То есть офицеры этой части, они формируются из пакистанской армии.
Our total strength is almost 39,000. We have lady soldiers also. We have 72, they are 72 in numbers, and nursing staff also they are 71. So in total we have 150 around or 143 ladies. Yeah.
Общее количество служащих в части 38 784. В том числе есть женский состав, из них 72 служащих и 71 медицинских сестер.
Next, please. This is our mission. Just in brief, I'll tell you that we have to guard this border from Chatral to Orakzai. These are the area 789 kilometer border. We have to defend.
Основная карта миссии. Основная миссия это защитить эту границу, которая вот вдоль черной линии, она протяженностью 789 километров афгано-пакистанской границы. То есть вот эта часть, она ответственна за этот участок.
Next, please. Next, please. We also contribute in the United Nations duties, and so far our present strength is 73. They are at Darfur, 73. And totally, so far, we have contributed 1,621 in Haiti, Ivory Coast, East Timor, and Darfur. At present, these 73 are at Darfur.
Военнослужащие этой части, они также участвуют в миссиях ООН, специальных полицейских силах ООН, в следующих частях Косово, Гаити, Слоновой Кости, Восточного Тимора и Дарфура. Но в настоящее время они в миссии Дарфура. Это 3 офицера, 73 солдата, GSO, видимо. What does mean GSOs?
We have officers.
Yes.
Then we have the second grade of GCOs, junior commissioned officer.
Ага. То есть есть высший офицерский состав, и есть средний офицерский состав, и есть солдаты.
Next, please. This is complete Pakistan map, and this is FATA, the Federal Administrative Area.
Здесь
So we are responsible for this area, as I told you, this belt. Next, please.
Здесь показана зона ответственности этой части.
This is the enlarged area. Go back, please.
Большая
This, now you focus on this next. This is this place.
Вот она, конкретно вот эта территория, она, здесь они ответственны.
So the population of this area is 6.17 million of the latest census which we have carried out.
На этой территории живут 6 миллионов человек, 6 миллионов 170 тысяч человек.
Next, please. Next. These are the certain characteristics that, you know, these people, they are different tribes, Afridi, Masood, Bazir, Turi, they are fond of weapons, very fond of weapons. You can see the pictures, love for freedom and sensitivity to honor. He can translate.
Okay. Эта территория, она населена основными племенами следующими. Африди, Месуды, Вазиры, Тури, Багеш, Хатак, Мохманд, Оракзай. Основные особенности то, что они очень много у них оружия. Потом они свободолюбивые и высокая как бы честь у них, honor, то есть гордые.
Next, they have traditional code of conduct. They go by traditions.
И они очень следуют сильно традициям, племенным традициям очень сильно среди них.
Next, they are hospitable, very friendly, and they look after the guests very well.
Отличаются гостеприимством, то есть относятся хорошо к гостю.
Next, they are ruthless in taking revenge, very hard people to take revenge.
Но сильные принципы защиты чести.
Next, they are conservative about the tradition, they don't change their tradition. They are very possessive, very strong about it.
Весьма консервативны в соблюдении традиций, очень консервативны.
Next, please.
Операционный аспект.
Next. Next. These are the certain pictures of those areas which we are guarding. This is Chatral from north.
Это пейзаж Читрала.
Next. This is one of the passes in Chatral, Brogel Pass.
Горный переход.
Bajawad Agency.
Это местности.
These are our headquarters, unit headquarters, which are there guarding the border. The purpose of showing these pictures to you to show you the landscape plus the hardship of our force and the terrain difficulties, so that the one who is viewing it, they should know that how difficult it is to guard this western border.
Почему я показываю вам вот эти пейзажи, чтобы вы понимали пейзаж, особенности пейзажа этой территории, то есть рельефа местности, и, во-вторых, сложность несения службы в этом регионе.
Next.
Гиндукуш, Каракоран.
Yeah, Karakum, yeah. Next, please.
Контртеррористическая активность.
Now, just to counter terrorism operation from 2007-8, these red areas, they belong to the terrorists, miscreants. They were ruling here, and the situation was very bad.
Начнем с того, что в 2007-2008 году вот эти красные зоны, они были захвачены террористами.
But next please. After these operations, we launched from 2008 to 13 so many operations. Next. And this is one of the operations lately which we have carried out in June.
Ага. В июне этого года проведена последняя операция Хайбер-4.
It was in July which we carried out.
Июнь этого года.
These are the terrorist hideouts, IEDs.
Убежище террористов.
These are the tunnels which they dug to hide themselves.
Тоннели, укрытия, где они живут.
These are the terrorist training grounds.
Victory.
These are the martyrs of our
Pagibshire.
forces so far, 874, which include 21 officers, 60 JCOs.
Общие
7
потери
JCOs.
874 человека, офицеров 21, среднего состава 60 и солдатов 793 человека.
So this is for the data of almost 15 to 20 years. These are the martyrs.
Общие потери за все время.
15-20 лет, да?
Мгм.
15-20 years.
Yeah, from 2000 onwards, once the situation was bad. But this is only of our force. Army has different.
Это только
data.
касается вооруженных сил, в армии другие цифры.
Next, please. And then after these operations, the entire area was clear.
Ну, в результате этой операции вся территория была зачищена.
The red portion all cleared. Now the entire area is cleared, and everything is fine.
Все зачищено, все прекрасно.
It's very big work, yes. Great work.
Now about the border management and fencing.
Теперь затронем инженерные сооружения, укрепление границ.
So the terrain is so difficult that still we have the problem of infiltration. It is still there.
До сих пор существует проблема инфильтрации, проникновения террористических элементов.
Though the Afghan refugees they come without valid documents, but we facilitate the patient and students especially, even if they are without documents. And the
Основной фокус работы сейчас идет на выявление, на документирование молодого населения, студентов, всяких.
Next, please. What we have done that we have constructed the terminal, the crossing points. We have upgraded its status. We have strict checking going on. We have established new posts along the borderline. This was before it was like this. Now it is like this.
Infrastructure.
Yeah, we have changed it.
Основная работа идет по формированию строительства контрольно-пропускных пунктов, оборудованных, через которые население проходит, пересекая границу. Здесь вот.
So this is the new picture. We have organized it so that there is no problem at all.
Допустим, действительно, в Торхаме есть, да, пункт.
Crossing point.
Crossing point, КПП.
Next, please. We have started off with the fencing, and we are going to carry in phase 1 75 kilometers by end December. This year we are going to complete 75 kilometers.
К сентябрю этого года инженерными сооружениями покрыто 75 километров границы.
Next, please. These are the pictorial view, the difficult terrain you can see, but we have.
Видите, какой сложный рельеф местности приходится оборудовать.
This is the alignment. You can see.
Вот эти линии.
This is all.
Это все вот эти инженерные сооружения.
This is like this, you know. This is all going in this terrain.
Колючая проволока.
This is the construction. How do we construct it? How do we erect this fence? So
Процесс строительства.
these are the
Как
poles, and then
строится.
we put in these things inside. Then a contribution towards this area. How have we uplifted this FATA? Once the miscreant and the terrorists they have fled away to Afghanistan. Now what we have done to them, that one is the de-radicalized, that we have got hold of all the youths who were misguided by the terrorists, and we have inducted them in a de-radicalization center, we call it.
Социальный аспект и профилактика терроризма. 4-я часть.
Next. Then these are the lady soldiers. We have inducted them in the, as we have 2 platoons are there, 72 lady soldiers are there, and they train themselves.
Женский батальон показывается на слайде.
Then we have carried out anti-polio campaigns. More than 28 million vaccinations have been done.
Вакцинация против полиомиелита проводилась тоже в 17-16 году.
Earlier there was no vaccination in this part of the area. Most of the people have returned back to their area, less these 2 agencies. It is because of the winters. Once the winter will be over, the snow is melted, and then they will come in April, May next year.
Цифры по возвращению местного населения на территорию своего пребывания.
Next. And then we have provided jobs to the youth, as we have told that 45% is recruited from tribal area and 55% from the cities. So these are the 45% which we have.
На слайде показана работа с молодежью, да, с племенными с молодежи племен, 45% служащих рекрутируются из племенных молодежи, местных племен.
Next, please. These are for the ladies to teach them some skill so that they can earn a living.
Курсы для женщин по вакцинации.
Next, please. Then schools also in education, we have contributed, constructed new schools. And
Ведется работа по созданию образовательных центров.
Next, please. And then education also we have contributed. It is one of the cadet colleges in the tribal areas. Varsak is the place where it is located.
Есть специальный кадетский корпус, колледж в местности Варсак.
Next, please. In the agency hospitals, we have contributed a lot and we help them, the local doctors.
15 локальных госпиталей, которые тоже, в которой врачи погранслужбы тоже работают.
Next, please. Then we carry out free medical camps and more than almost 90,000 patients we have taken care of in 1 year.
У нас есть 3 медицинских лагеря. За все время было вылечено 90 378 пациентов.
Then we have constructed in the communication infrastructure, we have constructed many roads.
Также ведется работа по строительству городской инфраструктуры, сельской инфраструктуры.
Next, please. Then for the provision of water, clean drinking water, we have installed so many pumps and with solar system.
Военный также предоставляет воду чистую, потом солнечную энергию.
Next, please. Then to revive the life inside the agencies after the reign of terror has over. So a number of festivals and sports activities were held in all agencies.
На заставах также работа идет общественная по досугу, это спортивные мероприятия, то есть после несения службы проводятся.
These are the different activities. Shandur, a famous place, polo.
Фестиваль игры национального пола Шардура.
Then these are the various activities which were held in the agencies in different parts.
То есть различные социальные мероприятия, общественные мероприятия.
Next. Thank you very much. So this was before.
Это то, что было до.
And this is now. And
То,
we are
что сейчас.
contributing. And life has returned to normalcy. So I am over with my brief. If you have any questions or otherwise we can.
Давайте приступим к вопросу.
All of us thank you for your very good and detailed presentation. My English is not good, I'm sorry. Let us to introduce our delegation. Our Sheikh, Mr. Bakht Koja Rustemov, is a famous writer in our country and social person, and for a long time he worked in administration of our president.
Right.
And Mr. Bolat Tokabayev, he is expert in Kazakhstanian Institute for Strategical Studies. And Mr. Rabit Moldamurat is editor in magazine Akjayik. Yes. And Mr. Ikhtiyar Poltore is a Dean of Faculty of Oriental Studies in Al-Farabi University in Almaty. And my name is Samal. I am professor in the Department of Oriental Studies in our capital, in Eurasia National University. Thank you very much for, and we are very happy to these activities because you know you did a very great work, and especially in counter-terrorist activities.
He has one question.
Please.
Біріншіден осындай өте баяндамаға үлкен алғыс білдіремін. Өте жақсы суреттермен дәйекті нақты қандай істер болған, қалай жасалып жатқанын нақты көрсетті.
First, thank you very much for this presentation. It was absolutely clear what happened and what is situation now.
Біз кешкі аста доктор Ахмет Рашид стратегиялық институтының сөйлескен кезінде де шет жағасын мен сұрап едім, көп сөйлесе алмадық. негізі біздің ұғымымызда талибандарға қатысты мәселе тек қана мысалы Ауғанстандағы талибан ретінде қарастырылады. Бұл кісілерде мысалы жаңа айтты, Пакистандағы талибандардың ерекшелігі мен Ауғанстандағы талибандардың айырмашылығы неде? Не бір-біріне? Бұл кісілер кешеше жағасын кімнің Ахмед Рашидтің айтуына қарағанда, Ауғанстандағы талибандар Пакистанға бір не келтірмейді, бір қауіпі жоқ. Ал ішкі жаңа шекара аймақта орналасқан талибандар Пакистанның шекарасында тұрған. Бұл өте қауіпті дейді. Сонда негізгі басты принциптер нелер?
This question regards Taliban's. Yesterday we have a meeting with Strategic Studies Institute of Pakistan with their expert. They Ahmed, especially Mr. Ahmed Rashid.
Yeah.
So they discussed about differences between Afghanis, Taliban, and Talibans who live on Pakistan area. So experts told that Talibans who live in Pakistan zone are more dangerous, more militarist or more radicalized. What do you think about what real difference between these Taliban forces, Taliban people? in Afghanistan?
I repeat what you said. You said that the Taliban are on both sides, Afghanistan
Yes.
and Pakistan. But the Taliban on Afghan side are more ferocious, more dangerous and tough. This is your question?
Yes, no. On contrary, Taliban on Pakistan side more dangerous.
To whom?
Taliban Pakistan, they are more dangerous than those Talibans who are operating in Afghanistan.
Yes, yes. That's right.
So why is that?
Yes, why is that?
And
Is it real?
what do they want, Taliban in Pakistan? What they are?
Right. At present, the map which I have shown you, so far we have no sanctuary, no safe havens, no place for the Taliban in Pakistan. So they are all, whether they are Afghan Taliban or Pakistan Taliban, they are all inside Afghanistan. We have no one inside Pakistan territory.
Во-первых, начну с того, что вы даже видели по карте, что вообще Талибана нету для них убежища в Пакистане. Все движения Талибана в Афганистане.
Right. Now, anyone who claims that they are TTP, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan or Tehreek-e-Taliban Afghanistan, more or less they have the same agenda of someone else, some back forces, some invisible forces, which is not appropriate to name those countries who are backing them, but they are being supported by some invisible hands or invisible powers, and then they have an agenda to dismantle or to disrupt the peaceful activities in Pakistan.
Господин Камран отвечает, что есть якобы такая организация